For once, it looks like LEGO may have actually listened to us and improved their sets remarkably. While Hero Factory started off with a really bad beginning, everyone seemed to hate it, LEGO proved to actually get better at what they did. So guess what, guys? Yep, it's me here, LegomationStudio, and I will be reviewing a handful of these Hero Factory 2.0 sets just for you guys because, well, 1, you've been asking me, 2, these are starting to look cool, and 3, I feel like I should show these because they're really a lot better than what we had last summer, and I'll show you why. We're starting our reviews off with Furno 2.0. Yes, I think it's very uncreative, and while the story and the names of these sets still are pretty damn bad, you look at the pieces and the way they're built, and they're actually a lot cooler now. So same as what we had with Summer, the canisters are the exact same with the hero at the top, stackable canisters. Hero Factory, and he's kind of in a warehouse. There's an explosion behind him, cool colors, 6 through 16-year-olds, and 30 pieces. I think the biggest one in these sets is like 32 pieces. This is double than what we had. There was ones last summer of Hero Factory that had as little as 15 pieces, and now we have 30. That's double, and LEGO has obviously made a big change in their sets, which is great. No more tribute to Bionicle thing. Now we have there's a code under the lid that you can put online. I don't know. Furno 2.0. On the back, that's right, return to the combination models. Because you actually have enough pieces now, you can actually make combination models. Couldn't really do that with the other guys because their limbs weren't bendable. But now, since we have a lot more articulation in these sets, we can actually have combination models. Just an actual size of the hero core, like we would ever need that. And then all the other crap. And $7.99, that means these guys are the same price as what we had this summer, and yet they are double the pieces. So really, these guys are way better worth your buck. If you haven't bought any of the old heroes and you still might want to, don't. Just buy the new 2.0. Let's open this and see what's inside. Oh boy. This part is going to be very fun. Okay, we've opened it up. Knocked out all the pieces. What do we got for our money? Yes, I'm going to do the instruction booklet, learn how to deal with it. Okay, yep, on the front, yeah. They talk about entering the code online. I guess when you enter this, you get this hero on your team because guess what? Okay, combination model, yeah. On the back we have an advertisement for Hero Recon Team. This must be a new game that you can play. It says LEGO designed by me, so you must be able to design your own heroes. So when you put this code online, it says coming spring 2011. I think you're going to be able to use the pieces that came in this set virtually online, kind of like for Bionicle and Hero Factory, a LEGO universe for them basically, and you can make your own team and stuff. Still got that one guy, all crazy about winning LEGO. But yeah, Hero Recon Team sounds like a new game coming out. Alright, new pieces. Well, we have to do a lot of comparison because pretty much every piece in this set is new. Besides these lightsaber pieces, and actually, yeah, besides that, everything else in this whole set is new. And that is pretty damn cool. You could say these are old, but actually the new hands are also new molds. They're very new too. Now, let's just start because this is the closest one. The feet. We're going to be comparing this set to William Furno of last summer. The plastic now is a lot more richer and cheaper, while the other one was more malleable and kind of rubbery, if you want to say. So they're a lot more plastic now than they were last summer, which I don't like because it feels cheaper. I liked the shoes last time better because you had to attach a piece to them. Now the feet are just one piece, and they look more like a clown shoe than these even did, and they have a jetpack on the bottom of them. But the new ones are just kind of same old, but one solid piece. Then we have these awesome new limbs. These are going to be great for mockists. I have got to say, you guys are in hog heaven now, even more than you were last summer, because we now have limbs that have 2 ball joints on them. Count them, 2. Now, the good thing about these is that they're great for mocking. You have a lot more diversity. And what goes with them are these new armor pieces that instead of having any axles, that's what I gotta tell you guys, there are absolutely no axle joints in this set. It's all about ball joints, which is good or bad in some cases. Bad because here's what I'm gonna tell you. Okay, it may be good for mocking, but actually, these pieces, the way they're going now, where these go on the ball joints and stuff, it's gonna be harder to use for mocking. I mean, I'm thinking later in the years, Lego's going to stick with this whole ball joint idea in the heroes, and then you'll be able to mock with it. But it may be a little harder in some places, and especially with this. The new torso. It looks really bad, but at least Lego is trying to make some new kind of torso. While it's really skinny, you have a lot of places to put stuff, ball joints in particular, which is what I'm saying. That ball joints really play a key role in the building experience of these new sets. So you can say if that's bad or not, good or not. I think it's useful, and at least they're trying something new. All the armor pieces, yep, and you can see they have axle pieces in the front, but these are new axles. Instead of being the old ones, they're just for these kind of axles. So really not axles at all, just the tubes. But what's awesome, I think, is that they're really going into detail because guess what? You have two pieces for the chest armor. You have a bottom kind of under armor piece, I've got to say, and then you have something that goes on top of it. And that's really cool. I mean, you have double, and they go on both, so you have, yeah, I don't know. You get the idea. It's two things, and I think that's pretty cool. They kind of look like Lego Knights, if you remember Knights Kingdom. So the new weapons, we have two of these silver chrome hooks. I think all the heroes have these. They have a little, luckily, yes, no stickers. It's just Furno 2.0, it says there, and all the heroes have these guys. These little pieces that have colors and their name. So yeah, you can actually see who they are if you don't know, which you probably should. This new kind of shield, which is kind of like an Anika shoulder plate, but elongated and flattened out, which I gotta say is pretty cool looking. The new hero core. Now these are not compatible with the old heroes. As you can see, they were clear, which I liked, but they're not clear anymore. Bye-bye clear pieces. Now it's just half, and you don't even have this bottom piece. They are not compatible. We'll do a little just test run here so you guys can see. Take this hero core off. This hero core can definitely not go on this, as you can see. Doesn't work, but it's still, it can go on this, but it just doesn't stick. It's kind of loose because the little ball, the little axle piece goes in there that it doesn't reach it. But yeah, instead of clear, we just have this solid piece, and the bottom is cut off. If you like that or you don't, I don't really like it. The new head. Now this is not an Iron Man head, and it's more of a Matanui looking kind of head. If you can see right here. The camera's focusing pretty good. It looks really like a Matanui more than an Iron Man. I don't know. Do you think that? You know, you got the arms and the feet, kind of a Mask of Life looking. Whatever. It's not clear, and there's no axle pieces. And the thing about this set is that his head is actually three pieces. There's the helmet, you could call it, then the visor, then the head. That's how you make the head. So that's just, in my case, showing you that you really can't use these visor pieces for anything else besides Hero Factory 2.0. So while it's new pieces, it's not the best for mocking. And lastly, we have hands. Now in this set, you actually only have one hand, but as you can see, it's more realistic in the fact that you have 5 total fingers. You have the thumb and then 4 fingers for the fingers. But I don't know, I think I like the first hands better. Here's the old hand, here's the new hand. The old hand is a lot more not colorful, but shinier. These ones just feel a lot more cheaper. Like the entire set feels a lot cheaper. They're hollow, so you can see right through them, unlike these which weren't hollow. So, although they saved more money on plastic with these, and they are more realistic like human-like because they have 4 hands, I think there was more detail in the old hand right here. It was bigger and it had more detail. Now, I don't know if you really liked them as much. So, you can decide which was your favorite, the old hand or the new hand. But I've got to say I like the old hand better. Whether it had 4 fingers or not, I didn't care about that. Okay, there we go. all the new pieces. Now we will speed build it. And here we have him, William Furno 2.0, and I've got to say the building experience was pretty fun. When I built him, I was going, wow, this is a new kind of idea. It's really innovative how LEGO has gotten these new ideas of using the ball joints for the main things and not axle pieces. While this does mean the armor will wear out sooner, I think it's a new way to look at things, and LEGO is trying new things, and whether you're good with new things or not, at least I am, and I think it's great that they're taking this new turn. As long as they don't touch the, Titan, bad guy villain sets, because those guys don't have this kind of thing. They have a couple of these kind of things, but they also have axles, so at least we still have some sort of axle. But with the heroes, we don't. But you know what, it's fine. It's different, and at least it's not like Bionicle, so that way Bionicle had something unique about it, where they were a lot about axles, and Hero Factory had its own new thing where they had these ball joint attachments. Which again makes it harder for mocking, because they have this new whole building idea that Bionicle had. But okay, building experience, it was fun. The whole time I was going, this is new. I have a lot more pieces to build with, unlike our old ones where they really had no pieces at all, and the limbs weren't bendable, because whether you believe it or not, when they have bendable limbs, it's just more fun to build, I don't know if you agree. Post in the comment section below if you think it was more fun to build when they have more, movement in the arms and legs or not, because I do. Because you get to see how it's slowly changing and how it'll be able to move. But okay, so playing experience. Well, for kids, this is definitely a lot better. Because now you can actually bend them, so you can move them around and have them bend their knees. A full 90-degree angle, which is really great. Not forward, but, you don't need to go forward. It makes it have limitless. The arms can go 90-degree, really nice. I guess if you want to be more accurate, it's about an 80-degree angle. They don't go completely, but that's fine. The contrast between silver, red, and yellow works fine. I think they could have done better in the color scheme with yellow and red, but I don't know. I don't think so. I think they did pretty well with keeping it balanced, because he's mainly a red dude. His weapon, I don't know if it shoots or chops. I don't know what the functions are. I still don't know much about the story. I don't think anyone does, but at least we have full arms in this, and they all bend. I just love that. I can't stress it enough how much LEGO's done good. Now, the cons. There's hard to be many cons. This set, all the Hero Factories are pretty cool. He's not one of my favorite of the heroes. I've got to say my favorite is Evo, which I'll be reviewing soon. But this arm right here is completely bare. I think LEGO could have just spared one more piece, making it 31 pieces, and done that, to at least have it armored, That's all they needed to do. But instead, they just kept the armor to this arm. And, yeah, so that made me kind of mad. But, so it still shows that LEGO is a little lazy. But, yeah, just a bare arm there. And I think he's still part of the rookie team, story-wise. Okay, so final thoughts in comparison. First, we will compare him to his old one, the predecessor. We're not going to compare any Bionicles because I don't think you guys really need that. So, the new Furno is taller and I think cooler looking, at least to me. While the old ones had the better pieces, I think. I mean, this was a really cool piece, this leg armor. But yeah, you could not bend it at all. This is all you had. Now you can bend them completely, and it's great. Oops, but that's the other problem. These new kind of armors, while they're innovative, they pop off a lot. So really, I like this guy a hell of a lot more than this guy. You know, I got this guy 7 out of or was it an 8 out of 10? I give this guy a 10 out of 10. I have to. Lego really thought hard about this, and I like seeing that. I like seeing when companies take new turns and they become more innovative with what they have. I do like the weapon on this guy more. This is kind of going to the transition between Toa to Toa Nuva, where you started to see a lot more silver and less color, but I think it still sticks to what it is. This had a better color scheme, you know, it looked cooler with the color scheme, but this guy is just red all over with some silver. But yeah, so I think this is a lot better. 2.0 is a lot better than the old ones, but also, you know, the old Hero Factory, I like the head better, I think. While the visor is cool and all, and you know, if you have 3 pieces, it's hard to really say which is better, but this was more like Bionicle, where you just had this one helmet or this one head. But yeah. On the back, here we go. Okay, a lot of people are saying this. It's completely open. There's no back armor at all. You think, you know, besides the arm thing, I would rather if they had like a back thing, at least something, because this is completely open. At least with these, you know, they didn't have this torso where it's just boom, boom, really skinny. But then with this one, you know, they had some plating on the back. If you can see, you know, they had plating on the back, which makes it look like he's not completely open. And both of his arms were both unarmored. But then you look at this, and he's just completely looked like he's exposed. If you shot him from the back, Furno would be dead in a second. So they could have put more detail on that. But I think for, like, display and showing and posability, they did the best thing. So now, final thoughts. I really like the way LEGO is going with this, which is why I had to review these guys. When I saw the prototypes and heard it was named Hero Factory 2.0, I thought, wow, LEGO, you're just getting worse and worse. But when I saw some of the reviews and saw these at my local LEGO store, I said, you know what, I have to pick a couple up. So guess what, guys? I am doing the same thing I did where I'm doing 3 heroes, 2 villains, and then the main bad guy. I'm doing that same thing, so I'm not getting the whole collection, I'm just getting a couple of them. They did release one less in the collection than they did last year. You know, they had 4 villains. Now they only have 3 and 1 big bad guy. You know, I mean, the new bad guy is called Firelord, and I think he's the same to Von Nebula was. But yeah, so no, but back to this guy. Oh yeah, and the canisters, just to let you know, I forgot to say this, the lids are all the same color for all the sets. I don't know why this is. It'll be very complicated for people because they'll be picking out a set and they might pick out the wrong one. They'll be like, pick me out the red guy. While all the lids are orange for every single set. This is just showing that while LEGO is becoming innovative, they still are just as cheap and lazy as they were before and trying to make the same things over and over again to try and find, you know, ways out of things. You will be able to see that with some more of my reviews of the villains too. They use like the same masks and stuff. But yeah, it's orange in all the heroes of this year. Like here's Surge. Like they have orange lids. All of them do. And I don't know why that is. But yeah, it's probably just to be cheap. But okay. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. I know I'm a little sick sounding. I have a little stuffy nose. All my reviews are going to sound like this because I film all my reviews at once. But okay. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this review. I have to give him a 10 out of 10. But you know what? Just because I want to show the difference between which I like heroes the most, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. Because he definitely isn't still my favorite. I don't really care about his weapon. But that's my thought. As in building, he definitely gets a 10 out of 10. But from my perspective, 9 out of 10. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed this review. Next, we will be reviewing Surge, and then Evo, and then into the villains, and so on and so forth. See you guys later, and this is LegomationStudio signing off. Have fun building.